We're with Walter Armstrong from Certified Crop Advisors. Walter, thanks for joining us. For those that don't know about what Certified Crop Advisors is, I mean, the name kind of says it all, but what is Certified Crop Advisors, and what's the process that somebody has to go through to be an advisor?
Fair enough. Bill, Certified Crop Advisors was developed about 20 years ago because they wanted to have individuals out there with a little bit higher level of expertise when it came to environmental issues. And so from that, we have roughly about 13,000 of them in Certified Crop Advisors, or CCA, in the U.S. And so you asked about what does it entail. It's not, like I said earlier, it's not as easy as just going and signing a piece of paper. First of all, you take 2 exams. One's international, and that's about 155 questions. And then from there, you take a state exam, which is 125, so you have to pass both those exams, and you're not done yet. And so from there, you have to sign your code of ethics, saying that you agree to a certain code, that it's not just about selling something, but it's about recommendations. Then you have to have 2 years of experience. And then after all that, just like an accountant, chiropractor, you have to have continuing education credits. So each certified crop advisor needs to have 40 credit hours in 2 years. And they have to be in the 4 pillars. One is nutrient management, water quality, integrated pest management, and crop production. So you have to have credits in each one of those areas, at least 5, to maintain your certified crop advisor.
4 very important issues there that we're talking about across the country. So what do these crop advisors do to help, say, the dairy farmer out there when we're talking about, well, let's just say, weed control?
Fair enough. I think, like I mentioned earlier, it's about advising. And one of the things that, as a dairy person, the priority is making sure they take care of their livestock, producing the milk. And sometimes the production side of things, the crops, that is left to someone else, or give them some additional advice. And so that's where a certified crop advisor comes in. And one of the things that we are really emphasizing is talking about weed resistance. I think most people, Bill, know that has heard about weed resistance, but the next step is to do something about it, and that's where we need to go. Unfortunately, what we have done is we've done some surveys within the Certified Crop Advisor program with growers, and we found out that there's really 3 types of growers out there in regards to weed resistance. There's the individual that says, you know what, I've heard about it. When I had the problem, I'll do something. There's a second individual that says, I think I have a little bit of it. I'm going to start doing something. And then there's the third one that says, wow, I got a problem, I better get on this. And so what we're trying to do is be more proactive in this and saying, you know what, whether you have it or you don't have it, you should put together a 3 to 5 year plan and think about how you're going to address it. And so from that, it's not going to be just about herbicides, because there's not a new silver bullet down the road. It's going to be taking the tools that you have today and utilizing them. And it may be such as, there will be herbicides, using multiple modes of herbicides, multiple applications of herbicides. It will be making sure that weeds don't go to seed. It'll be about scouting and trying to take care of that weed ahead of time. We have a weed that's called water hemp. It's in the Palmer amaranth. It's in the amaranth family. Once it gets started, it'll grow 2 to 3 inches a day. And so when you notice it, you better be out there spraying it relatively quickly, because in many cases, once it's 6 inches tall, you can't control it. And so I happen to be hearing, I'm going to give you a quick story. I happen to be hearing some individuals from the southern part of the United States here a few years ago, and they said, once that Palmer amaranth gets to be 6 inches tall, we start all over. And I said, well, what do you mean by that? They said, we start all over. We tear the field up and go back in and replant it. If you don't do that, then the only other option is to go out there later on in the season and go with the hoe. So it's a problem. So scouting is going to be an issue, or an important technique. Crop rotation, spraying techniques as far as gallons per acre, spray tips, crop rotations. There's a variety of things that they're going to have to incorporate into this plan to make sure that they minimize the issue.
So where can we go to find more information about this?
Well, there's several areas. Most of the people will go to your extension, and there's large libraries there about weed resistance. But you can also go to the Certified Crop Advisor or the American Society of Agronomy, and there will be articles there about weed resistance and how to address them. And if anybody's has any interest in talking about it, they can contact me, and I'll give you my business card, and I'm more than happy to talk about all the different aspects that a person needs to be thinking about in trying to address weed resistance in the future.
All right, Walter Armstrong with Certified Crop Advisors. Thanks for joining us.
Bill, thank you very much.